It's working. Tonight's recipe is going to be sticky hoisin chicken. The version that's on my website uses chicken thighs, but I'm actually going for a quicker cook tonight. And I'm using chicken breasts. I had 2 chicken breasts, including the mini fillets. I have cut them. So I've halved the breasts. I've got the mini fillets. And this way they will cook quite quickly. For the marinade, I have got 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, 1 tablespoon of sweet chili sauce. You can do less if you don't want hot. I've got 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and I've got half a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. And then in this gorgeous little thing, my mini chopper, was 1 garlic and the same size piece as my garlic of ginger, and I've mushed that up, and I'm going to pop the chicken into the marinade until I'm ready to cook it. I can see somebody's calling me, so I've got to go. So I really get put off when my phone rings on my phone. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I'm taking a couple of tablespoons of the marinade, and it is really tiny, and just putting it in a little saucepan because I'm going to use that as a sauce later. The rest of it is going in with the chicken. It can sit for anything from 1 to 24 hours. Mine will probably just marinate for an hour because I feel like I'm getting hangry. This is the most fantastically foolproof way to cook rice, and you don't need a steamer. Not all of us have got kitchens big enough to store lots of extra equipment. All you'll need is a pan of salted boiling water, a colander, and a saucepan lid. So to start with, there's no measuring. So I've brought a pan of water to the boil and I've salted it. I've got about 200 grams or 1 cup of rice, which is plenty for 2 people. And I'm going to bubble that on a medium heat for 10 minutes. Stirring occasionally so the rice doesn't stick to the bottom. You want the water to be gently bubbling. I'm going to pour some hot water from a freshly boiled kettle into the bottom of the pan. In the colander, I've got my steamed rice that I've drained, and this is where we can now add some flavourings, which I thought would be nice. I'm putting in some sugar snap peas that have been cut diagonally and some spring onions. I haven't got a fork, so I'm just going to use a knife. I'm just going to move that around. They will steam along with the rice. Lid on, steam for 8 minutes. I've preheated the oven to 200 degrees. I've taken the chicken out of the marinade, and any spare marinade I've just smeared all over the chicken with my hands. I didn't think you needed to see that. This is going, I'll be honest, this is going to go in the oven for 15 minutes because I've never done it with chicken breast before. So it's 35 minutes for chicken thighs. But I'm going to cook these for 15 minutes and then check if they're cooked after that. Your little pan of the saved marinade, put it on a low light and just gently heat it, just enough so that the garlic and ginger is cooked. Woo! Rice is done. It's steamed for 8 minutes. I'm actually just going to tip that water away. I'm going to just leave the rice here. I'm often asked, what is it about my rice? Why does it taste so gorgeous? And it's because I had butter. So that is about a tablespoon of butter. And I will just mix that through. I'm waiting for the chicken to finish cooking, so it can just sit in here quite happily, carry on steaming, being coated in buttery goodness. Put the lid on, keep it warm until you're ready to serve. Toasted sesame seeds are a lovely garnish for Asian dishes. It's worth taking your time to toast some sesame seeds. What I've done here is I've actually got some black and white sesame seeds that I've toasted, and then I keep them in a jar, a sealed jar, ready for when I want to use them. It turns out that 15 minutes was absolutely spot on. I've put some rice on the plate. I'm going to sprinkle it with some freshly chopped just a little bit of coriander because I will put some on the chicken. I'm going to top it with some pieces of chicken. Ouch. Oh, God, that's hot. But oh, there we go. Spoon on, everything's so hot. Spoon on a little bit of that extra sauce that you've heated up on the oven. I don't know, you probably can't see that. I've just spooned some sauce on, and I'm also going to sprinkle, because I happen to have them, some toasted sesame seeds and a few more bits of coriander. And there we have it, my sticky hoisin chicken.